Isaiah 48. Hear this, house of Jacob, who are called by the name of Israel, who came from the wellspring of Judah, who swear by the name of Adonai and confess the God of Israel, but not in truth or righteousness, for they call themselves by the holy city and lean on the God of Israel. Adonai Tsabaoth is his name. I foretold the former things long ago. They went forth from my mouth, and I caused them to be heard. Suddenly I acted, so they came out. For I know that you are obstinate, and your neck is iron sinew, and your forehead bronze. So I foretold it to you long ago. Before it came about, I made you hear. Lest you should say, my idol did them, my carved image, yes, my molded image commanded them. You have heard, see all of it, so will you not admit it? I proclaim to you new things from now on, hidden things that you have not known. They are created now, not long ago. Before today you had not heard them. So you will not say, sure, I knew them. You have not heard. You never knew, even from long ago your ear has not been open. For I knew that you are treacherous, and from birth were called a rebel. For my name's sake I defer my anger. For my praise I will restrain it for you. Otherwise I would cut you off. Behold, I have refined you, though not as silver. I tested you in the furnace of affliction. For my own sake I act. For how should I be profaned? I will not give my glory to another. Listen to me, Jacob, Israel, whom I called. I am he, I am the first, I am also the last. Surely my hand founded the earth, my right hand spread out the heavens. When I call to them, they stand together. Assemble, all of you, and listen. Who among them foretold these things? Adonai loves him. He will do his will against Babylon, his arm against the Chaldeans. I have spoken, yes, I called him. I will bring him so his ways will succeed. Draw near to me, hear this, since the beginning. I have not spoken in secret. From the time it existed, I was there. So now Adonai Elohim has sent me, and his Ruach. Thus says Adonai, your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. I am Adonai, your God, who teaches you to profit, who leads you in the way you should go. If only you had listened to my commandments, then your peace would be like a river, and your righteousness like the waves of the sea. Your seed would have been like sand, and your offspring like its grains. Their name would never be cut off or destroyed from before me. Get out of Babylon, flee from Chaldea, for Adonai Elohim will help me. Therefore I have not been disgraced. Therefore I set my face like flint, and know that I will not be ashamed. The one who vindicates me is near. Who will accuse me? Let us stand up to each other. Who is my adversary? Let him comfort me. See, Adonai Elohim will help me. Who is he who would condemn me? See, they all wear like a garment. A moth will eat them up. Who among you fears Adonai? Who hears the voice of his servant? Who walks in darkness and has no light? Let him trust in the name of Adonai and lean on his God. Behold, all you who kindle a fire, encircling yourselves with firebrands, walk in the light of your fire and among the brands you have lit. This you will have from my hand. You will lie down in torment. Chapter 51. Listen to me, you who pursue justice, you who seek Adonai. Look to the rock from which you have hewn, and to the quarry from which you were dug. Look to Abraham your father, and to Sarah who bore you. For when I called him, he was but one. Then I blessed him and multiplied him. For Adonai will comfort Zion. He will comfort all her waste places. He will make her wilderness like Eden, her desert like the garden of Adonai. Joy and gladness will be found in her, thanksgiving and a sound of melody. Pay attention to me, my people. Give ear to me, my nation, for Torah will go out from me, my justice as a light to the peoples. My righteousness is near, my salvation has gone out, and my arms will judge the nations. The coastlands will wait for me. For my arm they will wait expectantly. Lift up your eyes to the heavens and look at the earth beneath, for the heavens will vanish like smoke. The earth will wear out like a garment, and its inhabitants will die like gnats. But my salvation will be forever, and my righteousness never wane. Listen to me, you who know justice, a people with my Torah in their heart. Do not fear the taunt of men, nor be dismayed at their insults, for the moth will eat them like a garment, and the worm will eat them like wool. But my righteousness will be forever, and my salvation for all generations. Awake, awake, put on strength. O arm of Adonai, awake, as in days of old, the generations of long ago. Was it not you who cut Rahab in pieces, who pierced the dragon? Was it not you who dried up the sea, the waters of the great deep, who made the depths of the sea a path for the redeemed to pass over? Now the ransomed of Adonai will return and come to Zion with singing. Everlasting joy will be upon their heads. They will obtain gladness and joy, and sorrow and sighing will flee away. I am the one who comforts you. Who are you that you should fear man who dies, or a son of man who is given up like grass? But you forgot Adonai your maker, who stretched out the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth. Are you in constant dread all day because of the fury of the oppressor as he makes ready to destroy? But where is the fury of the oppressor? Soon one bowed down will be released. He will not die and go to the pit, nor will his bread be lacking. For I am Adonai your God, who stirs up the sea so that its waves roar. Adonai Tavaot is his name. I have put my words in your mouth and covered you with the shadow of my hand. I who set the heavens in place, who laid the foundations of the earth, and say to Zion, you are my people. Awake, awake, stand up, Jerusalem. From Adonai's hand you have drunk the cup of his fury, and the chalice of reeling that you have drained to the dregs. There is none to guide her among all the sons she has borne, nor is there one to take her by the hand among all the sons she has raised. These two things have befallen you. Who will mourn for you? Devastation and destruction, famine and the sword. Who will I comfort you? Your sons have fainted. They lie at every street corner like an antelope in a net. They are full of Adonai's fury, the rebuke of your God. Therefore hear this, you who are afflicted, who are drunk, but not with wine. Thus says your Lord, Adonai your God, who defends his people. Behold, I have taken your hand, the cup of reeling, the bowl of my wrath. You will never drink it again. Then I will put it into the hand of your tormentors, who said to you, lie down so we may walk over you. You have made your back like the ground and like a street for passerby. Chapter 52. Awake, awake, clothe yourself in your strength, Zion. Clothe yourself in beautiful garments, Jerusalem, the holy city, for the uncircumcised and the unclean will never invade you again. Shake off the dust and arise, be enthroned, Jerusalem. Loose the bonds off your neck, captive daughter of Zion. For thus says Adonai, you were sold for nothing, so you will be redeemed without silver. For thus says Adonai Elohim, at first my people went down to Egypt to reside there, then the Assyrian oppressed them for nothing. Now therefore, what do I have here? It is a declaration of Adonai. My people are taken away for nothing. Its rulers wail. It is that Adonai's declaration, and my name is continually blasphemed all day long. Therefore, my people will know my name. Therefore, in that day, I am the one who will be saying, Hineni, here I am. How beautiful on the mountains are the feet of him who brings good news, who announces shalom, who brings good news of happiness, who announces salvation, who says to Zion, your God reigns. The voice of your watchmen, they will lift up their voices. Together they are shouting for joy, for they will see eye to eye. When Adonai returns to Zion, break forth in joy, sing together, you ruins of Jerusalem. For Adonai has comforted his people. He has redeemed Jerusalem. Adonai has bared his holy arm before the eyes of all the nations. All the ends of the earth will see the salvation of our God. Leave, get out of here. Touch no unclean thing. Go out of her midst, purify yourselves, you who carry the vessels of Adonai. For you will not go out in haste, nor will you go in flight. For Adonai will go before you, and the God of Israel will be your rear guard. Behold, my servant will prosper. He will be high and lifted up and greatly exalted. Just as many were appalled at you, his appearance was disfigured more than any man, his form more than the sons of men. So he will sprinkle many nations. Kings will shut their mouths because of him. For what had not been told them they will see, and what they had not heard they will perceive. Chapter 53. Who has believed our report? To whom is the arm of Adonai revealed? For he grew up before him like a tender shoot, like a root out of a dry ground. He has no form or majesty that we should look at him, nor beauty that we should desire him. He was despised and rejected by men, a man of sorrows, acquainted with grief, one from whom people hide their faces. He was despised, and we did not esteem him. Surely he has borne our griefs and carried our pains, yet we esteemed him stricken, struck by God, and afflicted. But he was pierced because of our transgressions, crushed because of our iniquities. The chastisement of our shalom was upon him, and by his stripes we are healed. We all like sheep have gone astray. Each of us turned to his own way. So Adonai has laid on him the iniquity of us all. He was oppressed and was afflicted, yet he did not open his mouth. Like a lamb led to the slaughter, like a sheep before its shears is silent, so he did not open his mouth. Because of oppression and judgment, he was taken away. As for his generation, who considered? For he was cut off from the land of the living. For the transgression of my people, the stroke was theirs. His grave was given with the wicked, and by a rich man in his death, though he had done no violence, nor was there any deceit in his mouth. Yet it pleased Adonai to bruise him. He caused him to suffer. If he makes his soul a guilt offering, he will see his offspring. He will prolong his days, and the will of Adonai will succeed by his hand. As a result of the anguish of his soul, he will see it and be satisfied by his knowledge. The righteous one, my servant, will make many righteous, and he will bear their iniquities. Therefore I will give him a portion with the great, and he will divide the spoil with the mighty, because he poured out his soul to death and was counted with transgressors. For he bore the sin of many and interceded for the transgressors. Chapter 54. Sing, barren one who has not given birth. Burst into singing and shout, you who have not travailed. For more are the children of the desolate than the children of the married one, says Adonai. Enlarge the place of your tent, stretch out your tabernacle curtains, do not hold back, lengthen your cords, strengthen your stakes, for you will spread out to the right hand and to the left. Your offspring will possess the nations and will resettle the desolate cities. Fear not, for you will not be ashamed, nor cringe, for you will not be disgraced. For you will forget the shame of your youth, and you will remember the reproach of your widowhood no more. For your Maker is your husband, Adonai Tsabaoth is his name. The Holy One of Israel is your Redeemer. He will be called God of all the earth. For Adonai has called you back like a wife deserted and grieved in spirit, like a wife of one's youth that is rejected, says your God. For a brief moment I deserted you, but I will regather you with great compassion. In a surge of anger I hid my face from you a moment, but with everlasting kindness I will have compassion on you, says Adonai, your Redeemer. For this is like the waters of Noah to me. For as I swore that the waters of Noah should no more cover the earth, so have I sworn that I will not be angry with you, nor will I rebuke you. Though the mountains depart and the hills be shaken, my love will not depart from you, nor will my covenant of peace be shaken, says Adonai, who has compassion on you. Afflicted one, storm-tossed, unconsoled, behold, I set your stones in antimony. Lay your foundations with sapphires. Make your pinnacles of rubies, your gates of crystal, and all your walls of precious stones. All your children will be taught by Adonai. Your children will have great shalom. In righteousness you will be established. You will be far from oppression, for you will not fear, and from terror, for it will not come near you. Behold, anyone fiercely attacking is not from me. Whoever stirs up strife with you will fall because of you. Behold, I created the smith who blows the fire of coals and produces a weapon for its work, and I created the destroyer to ruin. No weapon formed against you will prosper, and you will condemn every tongue that rises against you in judgment. This is the heritage of Adonai's servants. Their vindication is from me. It is a declaration of Adonai.